Hi, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your love, romance, relationship reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Gemini for June 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com if you would like a personal or private reading, all in the description. Now let's get started. We're going to do our singles first. So for our single Gemini, Ace of Cups. Okay, feeling open to a relationship maybe. And Five of Pentacles. So to me, it looks like if you are a single Gemini, even though you have experienced some level of hurt or exclusion, maybe there was an unrequited love or something like that, you're still open. And it also can mean that if this did happen, you've healed from that. And that is a beautiful thing. So, no relationship ends where everybody's happy, right? So, okay, let's just pick all of these up because it was just a sloppy shuffle, but let's find out what's going on. So it looks like this to me says healing. There was a situation where either you put somebody out in the cold or they put you out, and it was pretty painful. But this Ace of Cups is a symbol of healing and of openness. So it may be that you are open. You're feeling open for a relationship. Let's get some more information on that. On that openness. Yeah, wow, okay, you got the Death card, so that's interesting. And the other card that came up with it was the Hermit. I don't usually do two at a time, but they came out absolutely stuck together, so they're for you. The Death card is about letting, death come in and sweep everything clean. So you know what? You are over this hurt or this anguish, whatever you put yourself through, or you put somebody else through, maybe you felt really bad about it. But whatever it is, this is done. This is over and done. And this does say you've been by yourself for a little bit, and I think you've worked some stuff out. And because you've allowed death to come in, clear everything out, give you a fresh slate, you are open. You are open to finding, to new love. I mean, you're open to a new experience, and that's a beautiful thing, Gemini. And it's not always the easiest thing to do, to be open for something new like that. Let's get some clarification on this Five of Pentacles. Yeah, the card that came out here was this Five of Swords. So there was some negative communication regarding this. This was, whatever happened with you, there was like hurtful words exchanged, or there was like drama and people talking about each other and hurtful things were said and all of that. So this is just confirmation for me that whatever this is, though, is done. And if you feel like you still want to participate in that, it's time for you to not do that either. And then the other person, if they're doing it and you're not, they will stop. So either way, this is just so done, and you have moved on. You've let death come in, clear out all the yuck and the whatever, and really, like, this, whatever time you've had alone gives you this openness. And if you haven't taken the time alone yet, if you haven't given yourself some retreat time, when you do, this openness will come. So that's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting for my single Geminis. What do we have for our partnered, married, otherwise espoused Geminis for June 2019? There we go, right here. Ooh, get the Page of Pentacles. So you've got somebody bringing you some kind of a message about your home life, most likely, because Pentacles are work or home. Let's just see what is going on here for our married or partnered, whatever you want to call it. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, this honestly is saying to me that this is a message, I think, about like one of you is either working too much or doing too many other things and not paying attention to the other person. It's almost a message of like, hey, there's some stuff going on at home, because Pentacles are home or work. I don't feel like this is really work. Like, this is not a problem at work. I think that there's something happening where either at home there's a lot going on and there's never this Seven of Pentacles is about having an abundance but not making a choice about anything, being very choosy. And while it's important to be really choosy, it seems like you're not choosing each other. Why do I think this? Are you maybe you have a project going on at home or a project going on at work, and you're kind of putting a lot of effort into that, and you're not focusing on each other so much? That's what feeling like there's a lack of focus on each other right now. And you're focusing more on the project at home or the work that you need to do. Do I have one flipped here? If I have one flipped, it's always for you. No, I don't. Maybe you're just, you're just focusing. I just feel like you're focusing on either your home, your finances, or your work, and you're not focusing on each other. That is what I'm hearing. Yeah, Eight of Cups. You have the Eight of Cups here. So this Eight of Cups is saying, like, it's time to really go toward the what you want, and not focus. Is this? There we go. Not focus on whatever has been left behind, like whatever has happened or whatever time has been misspent. It's not really time to focus on that. It's time to walk toward that person, your person. It's time to walk toward that. Maybe, I feel like maybe somebody hurt someone else, and so they've just done the thing that a lot of people do. When you get hurt, you just go and you work more because it takes your mind off of what's happening. Yeah, and you get this Page of Cups. So I do feel like this person is trying to come back, though. Like, it seems like there's been some kind of rift or some kind of upset, and whoever got themselves hurt said, well, I'm just going to go work more because it'll just be easier. Or either that, or some, people are just focused way too much on work and not on each other. But you also have this Page of Cups, and that's a message too, an emotional message, which is really nice because it's just saying, hey, it all is not lost. So you might be, I have this feeling of like, you just feel like maybe you just kind of screwed up. And if that's the case, you know what, you can always make the choice to walk away from the things that aren't serving you and walk back towards, toward that person. And look at, you've got this Page of Cups here saying, there's still love here, that's the thing. It's really your choice, but you need to make a choice. It's a choice that you have to make between your work life, in your projects, in that kind of stuff, and your people, because here it's all about work. Like, it seems like work is the dominating thing, work or home or finance. There's been some kind of thing where like that's the main focus, and this emotional focus has been kind of left to just twist in the wind. It's just the focus has not been there. So in June, I would like you to make every effort to focus on your relationship, because I think that it would really, really benefit. Okay, we're going to talk about self-care, self-love for our Geminis for June. And a lot of times this is where the problems start. So let's just see what we have going on. Page of Cups. Didn't we just have the Page of Cups over here? Yeah. This is all about a message saying, listen, there are people that love you. You have to pay attention to them, but you have to pay attention to you also. This is about your self-care. And if you aren't paying, so you had the Page of Cups in the married one, right? That was like, hey, don't forget about your other person. This one is saying, don't forget about yourself. And so often, and because this was the bigger card, it's more dominating, right? So this is saying that your self-love is super important, because if you don't love yourself and you don't take that time, then you're not going to be able to love anybody else. And you get that Seven of Wands, distracted. You're letting other people, and I don't think other people, I'm sorry, you're letting other tasks and obligations step in between the relationship that you have. You're letting stuff, this is stuff. You're busying yourself with a lot of stuff, and you're not paying attention to your relationship with you. Like, you're not paying attention to your relationship with yourself or anybody else. And you can't, because if you can't pay attention to yourself and you can't take that little bit of time just to take care of you, how in the world are you going to take care of anybody else? Nine of Wands. So for some reason, you're feeling very guarded about exploring the opportunities that you have for loving yourself and nurturing yourself. I think maybe you're feeling like, yeah, but I got all this stuff to do. I got all these things to do. I need to take care of all these things. And you're going, well, I can't do anything unless I take care of this stuff. So, I can't. I don't have time. This to me says I don't have time. I can't take any action. I don't have time. You have time. If you've got an hour to browse Instagram, you've got some time to take care of yourself. Unless that's your self-care and that makes you feel really good. But you've got to find something to do that makes you feel really, really good. And you got this Page of Pentacles. Yeah, something in your practical everyday life needs to change. This is highlighting this, all of this stuff. You have too much going on, and you are not taking the time for yourself. So please take some time for yourself. and carve it out of your practical everyday life, because if you don't, you will not be able to get past all of these people. When you feed yourself and nourish yourself, when these requests come in, it's easy to go, oh no, I can't do that. I've got to take care of me right now. Please focus on yourselves a little bit this month. June is a busy month. I know, it's crazy, but focus on yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, because it lets me know what kind of content you enjoy, and I can bring it to you. So thank you so much.